I think we're at quorum. It's always nice to have more people in the audience than up on stage. We do have one more good seat in here. Come on in. Or you can also sit on the floor. So come. There are two over there. There's two over there. One. This is the Santa Barbara, and some of our members live in Carpinteria community early music ensemble. So we play it fast and loose, and sometimes we have to start over. But hopefully you won't mind. Today we're going to party like it's around 1529, approximately, somewhere on the Iberian Peninsula. A lot of our music comes from what is essentially the Palace songbook. So popular music that they would have played, had to make sure they played in the Palace. This is going to be popular music, which means the lyrics are sometimes so-so. Great poetry, they're not. We'll tell you what they say anyway, and you can have a little bit of a chuckle that pop music back then, the lyrics were still kind of dumb. Okay? Sometimes we got some nice Petrarchan references, but anyway. The first song we're going to play for you today is called Rodrigo Martinez, and it's just about a guy. His name is Rodrigo Martinez. I think he's about 15. That's why I like to imagine him. And he has a flock of geese. But he really wishes, that he could manifest some cows, because then he would have a lot more money if he had cows instead of geese. So this is the translation of this song. Rodrigo Martinez, go to your geese, hey-ho, as if they were cows. He whistled at them. Hey, Rodrigo Martinez, how elegant you are. Your little geese are carried away by the river. Hey-ho, he calls to them as if they were cows. Hey, Rodrigo Martinez, how strong you are. Your little geese are carried away at the ford. He whistles to them as if they were cows. Hey! That's it. I'm sorry. Nothing more than that, okay? It's all about manifesting your dreams. time in Europe was a pretty gnarly time, actually. The Spanish government, which also was in charge of the Netherlands for a little bit of it, and the English government were at war at each other for various things, mostly concerning their religions, because England had become Church of England and Spain was Catholic, and also commerce. This is a little bit after this is when we get the high seas, English privateers attacking Spanish galleons. We're not quite there yet, but that's coming too. So they're both sort of fighting over the resources to be found in the New World. But in spite of this conflict, the English are absolutely crazy for Spanish things, especially fashion and music. So the shape, the thing that you think of is like the Elizabethan shape, which I guess Dory is our best example, but they don't have these really puffy hoop skirts underneath. That is made by something called a Spanish farthingale. It was the Spaniards who went with that style and the English picked it up. And we're going to play here something that is from a lute book that was found in Dublin. So that's far away from Spain, but it's called the Spanish pavane. It is a level 1 lute piece. So somebody who was not a great lutenist had this in their little practice book. Dory has crafted a dance that's sort of representative of the pavanes of the time, and we're going to try to play it and dance it and not fall apart.
Or down.
Or down, not fall down. I'm not going to fall apart, you're not going to fall down, everything's going to be okay.
Come on in.
We got room, come
Come
on.
on in.
Come in.
Oh,
Or you can stay outside with us, and that's fine too. It's probably glorious outside. Definitely not room for the dog. Okay. Oh, well that's very great. I need my foot. Okay, we ready, team? I'm going to try and do this. So this song isn't even safe for radio. Pera is a female dog with a bad word for it. So don't worry, I'll bleep it out of the translation. Tell me, Moorish, beep! Tell me, murderess, why do you slay me? And though I'm yours, treat me so poorly. Now, you might be thinking that this is like a totally angry song, but I want you to remember about rap music and hip hop, and that you can combine insult and terms of endearment in these ways when you're pissed off at somebody, but you really do like them. So, Yeah, so this isn't really an angry song. This is like a frustrated song. And at this time, you have there's a, it has a bunch of different things. You have the Alhambra decree, where Spain tries to basically eject all the Muslims and Jews from Spain. But lots of people leave, lots of people convert, or nominally convert, to Catholicism and stay. And the Arab and the Muslim populations have been in Spain at this point for 800 years. So the whole Moorish culture is a big part of Spanish culture. So it's just like, you see just the word hanging out here, it may seem exotic to us, but I don't think it was quite as exotic to them, because this was part of their culture, one of the many facets of their culture. Anyway, back to pop music. I can't remember if I'm staying for this. I'm not staying for this. Dory is going to be our soloist. Composers to incorporate birdsong into their music. This is sort of around the time of the Italian madrigal, and madrigals are all about, we call it text painting, taking something from real life and trying to make the music kind of sound like it. And birds are really easy because birds make music. One of the easiest birds is the cuckoo. Is it cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo? Okay, it's super easy to put in your music. And it has it's another meaning in this time period in the Middle Ages. And then you get the word cuckold. Does everyone know what to be cuckolded is? Okay, because, okay, I shall. Just making sure. Well, the cuckoos go to other birds' nests, kick out the eggs, and put their own eggs in the nest. And you don't want that to happen in your marriage. That's what to be cuckolded is. Okay, the other thing you need to remember for this song is that all the bathrooms are outside unless you're really, really, really upper class. So, yeah, Lisa will read you the translation now. Now you're all prepped to understand the translation. Are you ready? That's not a highbrow song. Okay.
Cuckoo, cuckoo, look, make sure it's not you. Mate, you must know that the best woman is always crazy to screw. Make sure you satisfy her well. Mate, you must take care to never be chuckholded. If your wife goes out to pee, go out with her.
You know, just in case you thought that everything in the past was really refined. Just in case. That is read, yeah, I'm going to read Shakespeare too. Okay. She's going to be our cookie. I don't have to play, I just have to sing. Do we need the pitches? Maybe not. We'll bring it in. Now that you've gotten a little bit of a flavor for the kind of lyrics we've got going today, this one won't surprise you as much. The funniest thing about this song is actually just the fact that there are like 5 different ways of saying the girl's name. It's like Teresa, Teresaza, Teresona, Teresuela. He's got it all. It's just many different variations. It reminds me of when some people call someone like a bridezilla. You know, he just keeps adding on. Nope, I think the translation is good. I don't need to explain anything more about it. Dora will tell you the words.
Teresa, big Teresa, sweet Teresa, little Teresa, betrayer. Tell me, why do you treat me as if you were a Moorish girl? Is it possible that you don't realize I'm in heat, like a cat in January? Look, little Teresa, I love you. I love you so much, little Teresa. May you have compassion for so much pain. Teresa, those owl eyes of yours are like arrows. Did you know that by looking they kill of love? To lead me about by the nose, is it possible you're so determined? Look, little Teresa, I love you. I love you so much, little Teresa. May you have compassion for so much pain.
And these days you think sometimes that you got the sheet music and that's the music. But there was a big ornamentation practice happening in the Middle Ages, in the Renaissance. The thing is, we don't have any recordings, so we don't know what kind of music people were making up on the spot to fill in the gaps of what might be otherwise a kind of boring piece. It's a little bit like jazz, right? They have a chart. They have the chords, they have the melody, but that's not the piece. The piece is much, much more than that. This particular piece is from a teaching manual, and it's printed two ways in the manual. It's printed the boring way, and then it's printed the fancy way, with all the ornamentation that somebody might do, but is usually not written down. So we're going to sing it for you today. Well, Jack is going to sing it for you, and our recorder players are going to play it. At the beginning, you're going to get the boring version, which is still pretty pretty. And then in the middle, the recorders are going to start adding a whole bunch of stuff, which is the ornaments as written in this particular range. And then at the end, they're going to do it all together. It's going to be very jazzy. Ornaments everywhere, totally different thing. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be putting this up. My job here is to keep everybody in line.
Show your butt.
Yeah. Okay. Here's your translation. I feel like this one is like the good setup for like a romantic comedy, like teenage high school romantic comedy. All my life I have loved you, but if you love me, I don't know it. I know well that you have no love for love and would rather forget about it. I know you scorn me because rejection itself is familiar with my situation. And yet, I keep loving you. But if you love me, I don't know it. Pause for a second. It's toda mi vida, so you don't get to play.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay. Take two. I told you sometimes we start over. this song is a little bit backwards. It's called Al Alba. And it used to be that an alba, a dawn song, was a song you actually had, like, you would sneak off to somebody's house in the middle of the night and didn't want anyone to know where you were going. And then you had one of your friends keep watch to make sure that if anyone showed up, they gave you a warning. But this one is like, everything must be okay, because they're like, come at dawn. Just don't bring anybody else. Lisa, will you read us the translation? Sure.
Come at dawn, good friend, come at dawn. The one friend I love the most, come at the dawn of the day. The one friend I love the most, come in the light of the day. Come in the light of day. Do not bring any company. Come in the light of dawn. Do not bring a large company. Exactly what is going on.
I'm gonna wait for the train, sorry. It's kind of in the right key, actually.
Tune to the train.
It's about the right key, you know? That's what's about. Can we do this? Okay. Pause. Tempo is not right. It's because Robert can't see my foot. Okay, let's try this again. tune called La Morisque, the Moorish dance, published in Antwerp. So just so you know, who's all getting around. Man, where are you from? Yep, do twice all the way through. I haven't played this drum before. So this will be new. It'll be very jazz-like. At least one of us doesn't know what they're doing. Yes, I can pass you a guitar.
Is that a guitar or
Oh, it is a guitar, but you are in the know. Actually, the one before the Jack is saying, Toda Mi Vida, the book it was from with the ornaments, that was a vihuela manual. It was the first one that he wrote it to, like, if you want to play the vihuela, you should read my book. Okay.
But you don't call that a...
No, that's a guitar. Sorry, do you want to instrument tour briefly?
Yes.
Okay, here's the instrument tour. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, this is a lute. It's descended from the Arabic oud, but the oud, which looks pretty much exactly like this, has only 4 sets of strings and no frets. And it doesn't like to play polyphonic music, but we like to play polyphonic music in Western Europe, so they put frets on it. It makes it easier. And also then you don't slide between the notes, which is a little sad. So this is a lute. This is, what Jackie's got there is legitimately a Renaissance guitar. It was a thing, it was especially popular on the Iberian Peninsula, but you have paintings of English ladies playing it too. It is much smaller, easier to manage if you have little hands. It has only 4 courses. It is tuned like a ukulele basically. And courses just means 2 sets of strings, like a 12-string guitar. But the vihuela, which we don't have, looks like a big guitar and is tuned like a lute. So, we don't have one. It was very expensive.
And then we have
And we have a mandolin. While we're in our string club, we have a mandolin, which maybe is not quite period, but it will become period in about 200 years. So we didn't want to we cheated. We didn't want to make ladies go out and buy an instrument. We have a whole family of recorders here. We have a soprano recorder. Hold it up high, which you might have learned to play in grade school. You can put it, Robert can put it in the dishwasher. We have an alto, sort of mid-sized. We have tenor, and we have bass. And you got to hear it on the cuckoo song, pretending to be a bird, the sopranino, which is basically this. We have, I think that's all of our instruments. We have a drum. We have a frame drum and a tambourine. Lots and lots of percussion instruments were used in the Renaissance and the Middle Ages, and you can look at the pictures. The way they know that is that there were all the pictures of the musicians and what they're carrying. So, anyway, onwards. This is a more mature song than some of our earlier pop songs. It's not that much more. Actually, I think it is. So, I'm just going to read you, the lyrics are very long, and I will spare you them all. I will not read you them all. But the gist of it is it is better to have pain than to ever be in love. Even though being in love hurts you, because the people who love you can hurt you the most, it's still worth it. And that's what this song is about. It has many, many verses to tell you. There's even a verse that's like, even grief is just love. Like, be happy that you loved so that you can grieve. So, what are our plans? Our little duet, right? Let's start with You're up.
Amor.
the Alhambra decree where they tried to expel all the Jews and the and the Muslims from Spain. But we haven't really brought you any Jewish culture. And there was a thriving Jewish culture in Spain, and it even had its own language, which is Ladino, which survives today in small amounts in Israel and in the south of Spain. And at the time, Ladino was one of the major trade languages in the Mediterranean. So this is a song that actually has never gone out of fashion. It's been popular since then. You hear a lot of different versions of it. So we're going to do a song called La Rosa en Flores, and Dora will read you the translation.
The rose blooms in the middle of May. My soul darkens, suffering from love. Nightingales sing, sighing of love, and the passion kills me. My pain increases. Come more quickly, my dove, more quickly to me. More quickly, you, my soul, because I feel myself dying.
You can come sing with us anytime. I love it. It's a pretty song, right? We're at the end. Thank you for coming out to spend the latter part of your afternoon, early evening with us. It has been a pleasure. This is a community group. If you have a dying passion to play music that was written before 1750, or sing music from 1750, you're always welcome. All the arrangements are things that I make for the people we have. So if you come to me and you say, I do this thing, can you write me in? I probably can. So our last song is another party song, Hoy comamos y bebamos. It's written for Carnival, which is the party that happens before Lent. So we're doing a little out of season, but it's a party song, so it's a little hard to pass up. We'll read you the translation. Today, let us eat and drink and sing and rest, because tomorrow we will fast.
In praise of Saint Carnival, let's wake up today merrily. Let's fill up our paunches. Let's squeeze the wineskin.
It is our custom in our village that today we gorge ourselves, because tomorrow we will fast.
Let's honor such a good saint so that he helps us when we're hungry. Let's eat galore, for tomorrow we'll have a big hangover.
Let's eat and drink until we burst, for tomorrow we will fast.
Drink, Blaze, and you, Benny. Let Pete and Lauren drink. You drink first. You have to get us out of this trouble.
I find delight in drinking well. Gimme, gimme, gimme some. Let's drink, for tomorrow we will fast.
Let's drink happily today, for tomorrow death is coming. Let's drink, eat a lot, and then head to our flocks.
We won't miss a bite, for we will eat as we go, and tomorrow we will fast. My favorite thing is eat as we go. You know, stuff your pockets. Get going.
Hoy comamos y bebamos y cantemos y aleguemos que mañana ayunaremos por honrar
we will probably do another concert in the spring, and we hope to see you there. And as always, if you're interested in playing, please come and talk to me. I'm interested in you.